Hello, so today we're going to be using bubbles to work on turn taking, simple vocab acquisition, and joint attention. And joint attention is when you and a conversational partner are focused on the same topic, in this case you and your child, and you can know that joint attention is occurring when there's pointing, eye contact, signing about the same thing, talking about the same thing. And for this activity you will need either a traditional bubble set or a straw and a cup of water to blow your bubbles with. The basic concept we'll be working on today is in and out. In and out is a basic opposite pair, and basic opposite pairs are super great to teach your kids and work on them with because they're super helpful with spatial orientations, with daily routines, and following directions. For this activity, we'll be using the bubble wand to illustrate the in and out, and if you do not have the traditional bubble set, you'll be using the straw to illustrate the in and out. My first helpful tip for you when teaching your child is to make sure to use as little vocabulary as possible. And I know that sounds kind of backwards, especially when you're trying to help your child acquire more vocabulary, but you really want them to stay focused on the main topics that you're trying to teach them at the time, rather than a bunch of other words. And a second part of this is that repetition is key. You can repeat something 5, 10, 15 times, and it really helps your child grasp these new concepts. And you'll see this later in the video when I model for you how to do the bubble activity with your child. Now I'm going to show you how to sign the key vocab for this activity. In order to sign in, you're going to want to hold your left hand like this with your 4 fingers together, almost like a cup. Your right hand, you're going to want to put your 4 fingers together and your thumb in like this. In. Just putting your right hand into the cup. For out, you're going to want to hold your hand in this final position for in. And as you're pulling your right hand out, you're going to want to keep your left hand fingers pinched together against your right hand. Out. 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 For wand, you're going to want to hold your right hand like you're holding a wand and flick it. Wand. Wand. My second helpful tip is that whether your child uses a lot of language or doesn't, it's really important to use sign language as well as verbal language when you're teaching them new words and concepts. This is because it helps to connect the words with their meanings. If your child uses a lot of words, you can use sentence combiners, such as with this activity, put wand in, take wand out, wand in, wand out. Here's the fun part. I'm going to show you how to model these concepts for your child and what it will look like to do this activity with them. In. 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 Out. 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 In. Out. 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 Wand in. Wand in. Wand in. Wand out. Wand out. Wand out. Put wand in. Put wand in. Put wand in. Take wand out. Take wand out. Take wand out. Take wand out. My final helpful tip for you is to make sure to get your child involved in this learning process. Allow them to blow the bubbles and put the wand in and out, do the sign language with you, maybe even say the words if they're able to. This is super important because they're able to practice joint attention and keeping focus on the same object as you and the same conversational topic, as well as turn taking, making sure to let their play partner have a chance to play as well as themselves.
To sign straw, pinch your index finger and thumb together on both hands and bring your right hand up to your mouth like you're sipping from a straw. The straw can show both the in and out motion and create bubbles.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time practicing these concepts and are looking forward to applying them and playing with your child and teaching them in and out using a fun way like bubbles. Happy playing!